What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to the Gemini full moon workshop. This is a full moon that will affect all of us, okay? And this is a really strong full moon about standing in our power and understanding how we want to pivot our lives, our direction for the new year, the new cycle that we are very soon entering. So welcome if this is your first time. Thanks for joining. This will be really short. If it looks like it's over 25 minutes, it's because at the end, I talk about my experience. So you can just skip that. But this will include an energy cleaning, which will be really helpful, and a short visualization to help you let go of everything that you need to let go of or to initiate something. Because a full moon is also about initiation. And this is a full moon in Gemini. I'm a Gemini. What's up? So I'm feeling myself. But what I really like about this full moon is that the same day, Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, okay, so it's a Gemini full moon, and Mercury, which is connected to Gemini, will be moving forward again. So Mercury retrograde is officially over. We still have a post shadow period of 2 weeks. So we could notice that some issues or delays or whatever is still coming up, but it's fine. The worst of it is over. But I like this energy because Gemini is a very fun, playful, young, curious energy, and it loves to explore and to investigate. And we are still in Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius is also a very fun energy. It's about travel and exploration, higher knowledge, new concepts and ideas. And all of that is deeply connected to Gemini because Gemini energy likes to try something new. So this full moon is asking you to find the courage to try something new. Do you need to do everything new today? No. So don't stress out because this is actually initiating a new 6 month cycle. But what's really important is that up until now, we've had Mercury retrograde and at the same time, Mars retrograde. Now, Mars focuses on action and Mercury focuses on words. So it's really important that our words and what we say we will do actually aligns with our action and our behavior and what we're doing. Or you're maybe noticing, especially after that Mercury retrograde, that like some people, they overpromise and they underdeliver, or they talk a big game and then they can't actually do anything. Or you invite them, you date them, you hire them, and they present themselves like they have all these skills and they're so amazing. And then it's like, bitch, you just can't deliver. Like, I don't know why I thought you could, because maybe I let you convince me, but maybe you also were ignoring your intuition, knowing that that person is not going to be able to match your needs, whether it's business needs, romantic needs, needs from just a friendship or a connection or whatever. But it's really important right now that we're recognizing who can and cannot meet our needs. Now, what's beautiful about this full moon energy is that there's some rebellion in here. We really want to let go of these old ways of doing things, these old ways of letting other people tell us they can do something when we know they can't, and we just keep giving them more opportunities, more opportunities, more opportunity. It's like we need to stop. We need to stop investing into the people, the projects, the things that really are not aligned with what we want for ourselves and our future. And what is so beautiful about this Sagittarius season, there's a lot of beautiful, supportive elements in this Sagittarius season. I have a full Sagittarius season workshop below. I'll post it in the little information box below. It's also pay what you can. So I invite you to learn more about how to work with this energetic season. But either way, Sagittarius and Gemini, they both are mutable energies, which means flexible. It means they're willing and ready to pivot, to switch gears, to try something new. and they're not attached to their expectations. They're not attached to a specific outcome. They're not attached to this person or this place or this project. They're willing to say, I'm good. This is not working clearly. So I'm just going to pivot and I'm going to move in a new direction. So where in your life do you need to do that? Where can you use this energy of this full moon to support all of the shifts that are happening in your life? And to really find trust in yourself, because if there's one thing that Sagittarius and Gemini really know how to do, it's to trust themselves, to say like, this is not meant for me and I'm okay with that. And I'm going to disengage and I'm going to move in a new direction. So I really want you to invite that energy into your life in a new way. I believe this is the last full moon of 2024. 2025 has some crazy astrology, okay? Because we have most of the really important planets entering a new sign through the year 2025. And 2025 equals a 9 in numerology. And that means that this year we are starting to experience something new and we're needing to figure out how to master ourselves so that next year, 2026, which is a number 1, that's when we really initiate and launch into a whole new cycle. But 2025 it's like a preparatory year. It's a year about mastery. I talk a lot about this in the 2025 tarot forecast, which is actually now available. So you can download it now below. It includes the astrology calendar for 2025 also. And this will be the cheapest price you can get it at because it's the early bird pre-sale. So I would definitely grab it. There's also a reading in there, like your horoscopes. If you watch your horoscopes on YouTube or Instagram, that 2025 tarot forecast includes a horoscope for your sun, moon, rising, your Mars, Venus. There's monthly breakdowns. There's yes and no pick-a-piles. There's other pick-a-piles. We talk about the numerology. Like there's so much information in there. And the astrology calendar will help you also understand when to do something and when not to do something. So anyways, all that information is below. But what we really want to do is use this full moon to understand how we need to pivot in our lives and to then start next year actually integrating and applying all of that knowledge and beginning to actually pivot, because this full moon is actually initiating a 6-month cycle. So you really have 6 months to really make these changes, which is really helpful. It's not a rush. You don't need to stress yourself out. Like everything happens in its natural flow. So follow the natural flow. But I want you to keep in mind that this full moon is asking you to really review and observe where you need to shift something. Now, Gemini is about a fork in the road. Gemini is about new doors opening, but there's 2 doors and you can only really pick one. So do you want to pick the door that you've maybe always gone to and you cycle back through the same things, or do you want to try something new? Because we are still in Sagittarius season, what we are trying new is maybe a new lens that we see life through. So we want to change our lens and shift the perspective. Maybe you want to travel, you want to move, you want to learn something new, explore new cultures, communities, courses. Like this is a really good time for all of that. And I really think that it will support your mastery next year, because again, next year, 2025, and I talk about the numerology in that tarot forecast. We talk about all of the 9 tarot cards also because they will all be influencing the year ahead. That 9 energy is all about mastery and developing our skills to prepare us for the new cycle. The actual new cycle, the big new cycle is 2026, because that's the number 1 again in numerology. So that 1 is an initiation. So This year was a lot of us understanding who we are and what we really want. And now at the end of the year, we have this opportunity to pivot and to initiate the changes. And then next year, we're going to be preparing ourselves to become the master of our own destiny and our co-creative experience here on Earth. You could call it manifestation, understanding how to work with that energy. And then the year after, we're like in a whole new cycle. So next year really is a preparation. Okay. The tarot card, ooh, Sagittarius. This is the card that represents Sagittarius. This is about going with the flow. This is about going with the flow. This is about resting, resting, slowing down. And it's really important that we slow down right now because Mars, the planet of action, is retrograde and will be retrograde, I believe, until the end of February. So when Mars is retrograde, it's really an opportunity for us to understand why we do the things that we do. Are we making decisions based off fear or based off love, based off negativity and anxiety about what we think could happen? So we're trying to take control of the situation, or are we following our gut? We're trusting the natural evolution and we're following our heart. So that's really what all of our decisions stem from, is either fear or love. So I really want you to reflect on why you do the things that you do. And if you notice, oh, this is a decision that I've been making off of fear. Okay, well, now I'm going to pivot and I'm going to focus on making decisions off of the heart space and love. So that, again, is that full moon in Gemini helping us pivot and shift the perspective, right? Now, this again is saying slow down. Slow down. See this pathway here that's opening up? This is a really good example. Thank you. This is where we're at now. We're being asked to pause and to reflect and to review and to figure out what we want to shift and how we want to stand in our power and create something new. We are being asked to rest and recover and to begin to prepare for the journey ahead. So right now we are in that moment of slowing down. And then see this pathway, that path. Imagine that path is 2025, okay? And then you see the sun rising with the mountains. Those mountains, that is 2026. So we right now are being asked to figure out how we want to pivot and to invest into ourselves and our life in new ways so that we can prepare walking this path, because it's going to be a long path, okay? We have a whole year. We're going to get through there. And then eventually we will arrive at that sun and that mountain. And in 2026, it's time to start climbing that mountain. But right now, we don't need to think about that. The path will reveal itself slowly but surely. And again, they are really trying to emphasize next year is about you mastering yourself in new ways to prepare for the following year. Okay, so that's the card. The other thing that I really want to just emphasize is that Mars retrograde is opposite Venus, and Venus just passed Pluto, and both of them are in Aquarius. So that's helpful for some people here who really understand astrology, and other people are probably like, what the fuck did you just say? So I'm going to summarize that. Okay, an opposition, Mars and Venus right now are opposite. An opposition, it pulls and creates tension. It pulls up emotions and energies for us to witness and to figure out what we want to do with that. So right now, there is divine opposition with the masculine, Mars, and Venus, the feminine. So we are needing to find better balance between our masculine and feminine energies. Feminine being our ability to receive, to be supported, to create, to love, to enjoy sex, luxury, slowing down, resting, recovering. Maybe you're not doing enough of that. And maybe this year has really showed you that you're getting close to burnout, or you're always giving and giving and giving and giving, and you're not receiving enough. So when we see Venus opposite Mars, there's this tension with the feminine and the masculine components because you're doing too much of one and the other one is not getting enough. Or maybe you've been, pushing too hard, forcing things, trying to get everything done. More productivity does not equal more results, just so you know. More productivity does not equal more results. It's about doing the right thing at the right time that will equal actual results and benefit. So I want you to also just review your balance of the masculine and the feminine. Okay. Keep in mind, Mars, which is opposite Venus, is in retrograde, and that's an opportunity for us to rebalance and reevaluate our divine masculine energy. So our need to continue to force ourselves to work with blood, sweat, and tears, because that's the only way to make money or whatever. Like, that's such an old, outdated concept. So we need to drop that. And we really need to rebalance our understanding of values, relationships. And that's the other thing I want to emphasize. Venus just passed Pluto. So Pluto is about death and rebirth. Venus with Pluto, especially in Aquarius, is helping us understand that our needs are changing, our values are changing, what we want from relationships, how we want to show up and create, our artistic skills, our passion and drive. It's all shifting. We are experiencing a deep rebirth connected to what we want from our relationships. And this is a good time for some people to be meeting people that will be in their lives for a long time, whether it's a collaboration, a partnership. I feel like there's a very karmic energy being activated here for some reason. I would need to look deeper into that, but I can just feel that intuitively. So who you are meeting now, keep an eye out for that, okay? Because they could be important people. Okay, we're going to end there. I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to help you clear your energy, and then we'll do a short meditation, and then we're done. Okay. Also, I forgot to say that this is a pay what you can workshop. I really, really appreciate your investments into these workshops, even if it's $1 or $20 or whatever, because this is actually my work. So I really appreciate that. And I hope all of that abundance comes back to you tenfold. Okay. So yeah, let's just close our eyes. I also just quickly want to recognize that the majority of people watching this workshop are settlers on their land. So it really is our responsibility to make space and to be open to collaboration and reconciliation with the people who were originally here. And deaf people are real, so add captions. They like to be included in whatever you're creating. They want to see it also, so add captions, okay? Okay, close your eyes. Just take a deep breath. Take one more. Inhale, fill the belly, and release. And I want you to imagine that there's a green fire burning in front of you on the ground, and that you have a golden comb in your hand, or you can use your hands if you prefer, but I want you to start at the top of your head and just comb out, collecting any energy that's not yours. So we're just taking all of that energy, we're combing out our aura, our energetic body, we're combing it out, and we're just taking off all of the stuff that we've picked up, and then just toss it into that green fire. And make sure that you're visualizing your back, your legs, arms, everything. Just comb it all off. I'm going to use a distance energy symbol to help clear that for you. And we're combing and we're just tossing it all into that fire, that green fire. We're letting it all go. And now I want you to visualize that the sky above you, it opens and white light just begins to pour down and it covers your full body. Maybe it's like a shower or rain, or it's just a beam of light. however you see it, but allow that white light to just cover your full body. And it fills you up. It's recharging your energy. It's adding a layer of protection. I'm going to use a different distance energy symbol to help add that layer of protection. And then I want you to imagine that white light. It expands and it fills your apartment. It fills your home. It fills your neighborhood. And it's just adding a layer of protection to all of it. It's cleaning up any of the negative energy. And it's helping you find more balance and harmony in your home. And then I want you to just let that go. And I want you to now visualize seeing yourself. I want you to recognize, like, how do you look? How do you feel? And then under this Gemini full moon, we have an opportunity to stand in our power and to pivot something in our life. So I want you to ask yourself, what do you need to let go of under this full moon? Maybe it's a habit, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a project, maybe it's a place that you're ready to leave. But I want you to give yourself permission to pivot. Now, you don't need to figure out all of the logistics right now. You don't need to figure out how to make it happen, but I want you to give yourself permission to pivot. Now, this full moon is not only about letting go, it's about creating, standing in our power and initiating something new. So, what is one thing that you can do to pivot in a direction of feeling better? So maybe it's waking up a little bit earlier and stretching your body. Maybe you want to launch a new product or something. Maybe there's a friend that you want to call or someone that you want to ask out or whatever. Maybe it's a new habit, a new class that you want to take. But what is one thing that you can pivot towards, that you can integrate into your life to initiate a new cycle, to find better balance, find better health, self-expression? And then the last thing I want you to do is to ask yourself, what is one thing that you can do in your everyday to better take care of yourself? Maybe it's as simple as establishing a better boundary with someone or drinking more water. And then if there's anything else that you want to set the intention to let go of, now is the time, or anything else you want to initiate, you can set that intention now. And when you're ready, I invite you to bring your attention back into this room, move your shoulders, the head, the neck, and then open your eyes when you're ready. Now I'm going to invite you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to pause this video on my face. If you can catch it, that is the pause game. And I want you to write down, under this full moon in Gemini, I am letting go of the following, and I am pivoting in a new direction. And that new direction is towards the following, or you can write it however you want, but create a list of things that you're ready to let go of and things that you're ready to initiate under this full moon in Gemini using this energy. And then when you're ready, you can come back and we will wrap this up. Okay? Love you. I bet you missed it. All right, welcome back. Um, that's really it. I'm going to talk about my experience now. Again, I really want to emphasize if you found me because your horoscopes are really helpful, you will love the 2025 tarot forecast. Okay. It includes a reading, a horoscope for your sun sign, your moon sign, your Mars, Venus, Mercury. You will build that reading together. It includes over like 12 hours of tarot content. It's all time stamped so you can easily navigate it. You can just jump to exactly where you want to go. But I talk about the year ahead. We look at the flow of the year, the months. There's a breakdown for each month. There's yes and no pick-up piles for when you need help deciding on something. Talk about the numerology. Like it's really helpful. And right now it is bundled with the astrology calendar. Okay. So you can download both of them in one bundle for the lowest price. You will find it all year. Okay. So please, that's below. I love you. Thank you for being here, for supporting my work, and I will see you very soon. Also, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. I literally hate to ask, but this is my job. That's the world we live in. And you're here, bitch. It's like I see all the people that come and watch this workshop, and then I'm not seeing 20,000 likes. So, words and actions. Remember, come on, if you're here for my words, then take some action to support your boy. Okay, I love you. I'll see you very soon. Ciao. All right, pivot party. I just finished an amazing meeting with my lawyer and the publisher team that we are collaborating with. And it looks like this book deal is good to go, which is crazy. So I'm so excited about that. It will also have all these incredible online resources that will link to the book and everything we talk about. And then you can access like actual digital resources, videos, and things to support you doing what the book is talking about. So it's a really cool idea. The other thing is I'm just feeling good. Like last week, 2 weeks, it's been weird. Have y'all been noticing how weird the energy has been? Like, wow. And the last 2 days, 3 days, I've been feeling better. If you are now experiencing the weird energy, because I typically experience things a little bit early, I think so I can share them and help other people navigate. But if you're in that weird place now, it will pass, I promise. But like, holy shit. Um, Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go and eat something because I'm starving. Starving. Ciao. Ciao.